right. Back again. Chat still here from before. Can't get enough of your boy. WTJF, appreciate you coming back. Let me refresh this real quick just to get us on a fresh new foot here. But welcome back, everybody. Hello again. Thinker St. James here once again with you. Bam. Nothing like a 10 o'clock p.m. Red Bull to keep your boy moving at this point. Keeping us with the gears in motion. Back one more time by popular demand. You know, I was going to be good for today. I was going to be all right with just watching UFC and leaving it at that. But the people have spoken. They want more. We looked. We found out there hopefully is going to be more. And that today is going to be Knockout Rebels Series 9. That's kickboxing. It's out of Japan. We're going to see what it's all about, hopefully. Not going to lie, it should have been a draw. Almost predicted it. I mean, a lot to unpack, of course, from the UFC card. We've been talking about it in the Discord. I just posted right before this stream started. I posted an image and a tweet saying that basically no one thought that Movsar won that fight as far as the media goes. I'm going to have to rewatch it to fully digest all of it, but I know that in the moment at least, it did not seem to me that he won. I thought it was a very poor navigation of that fight for him to not rely on the thing that he is best at as far as his grappling goes. And from what I saw of his striking, I was not super impressed. Certainly not enough. Certainly not impressive enough to win the fight to me. You have little spurts of good-looking elements at times, intermittent successes, I guess you could say, but not sustained enough to be great, and he's not great on the feet, period. So there's a lot to unpack from that event. Let that sit in the past for right now, because I don't want to speak too much on it without going back to fully digest all of it. Also, right now, I'm trying to find out if we are actually getting this kickboxing card tonight. Series 9, 22. Should be, looking at their website right now. Yeah, I mean, it should be on. So hopefully we will be getting it. No start screen or a start, there's no going live landing page for this just yet. So a little concerning, but we've got several minutes before it should be started. So we'll see. I missed most of the fights because hanging out with friends, but it doesn't seem like I missed much besides Lane. If you didn't see Mason Jones versus Axel Sola, you definitely missed out. That MVP fight was so bad. Yeah, that one was pretty bad. Yeah, that was not great. Yeah, there were a couple of pretty bad fights on that card. I didn't hate the event. I had a good time hanging out with everybody, but I certainly would admit that there was a lot to be desired from certain fights. I thought that the Christian Leroy Duncan versus Roman Dolidze fight was a little bit sloppy and goofy. Mantis Contratavicius versus Antonio Tricoli was one that kind of pissed me off, even though the right person won. Fucking Shamrock sucks so bad. That's the only one I got wrong on the card, apparently. Even though I guess I forgot that I had picked Danny Silva to win against Curtis Campbell, which is the right call there. But I fat fingered that one and did not pick him on verdict. So that was my mistake. I probably would have done a lot better. I got that was the only one I got wrong with Shamrock. So I would have gotten the entire main card correct if it wasn't for me screwing up my own verdict. So yeah, I mean, again, a lot of decent stuff on the card, a lot of things that leave stuff to be desired, and a lot of things that I need to go back and rewatch to get a full 100% perception of. But overall, an interesting event, main event of it. Definitely, there's definitely some goofiness there. I agree with Chase, though. In the Discord, Chase had said he was amazed that England didn't riot over that. If the entire world basically is all sort of in agreement that he didn't win, as far as Movsar goes, then I'm very surprised that the UK did not react more strongly to that announcement. But whatever. Out of curiosity, I went to Joey's stream to see what he thought about the main event, and he was saying that Movsar won every round. Man, more solid opinions from that guy. There was something that he said recently that I actually agreed with, but I forget what it is. I'd have to go back and find it. Sorry. I'd have to go back and find what he was talking about, but there was something that I was like, yeah, that actually does make sense. But I couldn't tell you what it is off the top of my head. Also, doesn't seem like Dana wants to give him a title shot. Of course not. Fucking of course he doesn't. After what you saw in that fight, what I said at the end of that fight is I was like, either way, regardless of who wins it, before the decision was announced, I said, regardless of who wins this fight, I don't think that either of them are going to be a problem for Volk. So, yeah. With that fucking basic-ass striking from Movsar, I think that Lerone Murphy is the one who really should feel the worst about this whole thing. Not because he lost, but because he lost based on what Movsar chose to do and what he didn't do. If Movsar is playing in your backyard as far as striking goes, he's not that good at it. Why, why do you not take over in that regard? Should you not have been turning up to 11? That's what I would think. On the bright side, I went 8 for 12 on bets. Congratulations. You missed Jones versus Sola? Oh, go back and rewatch that fight, brother. I saw that Mason Jones fight. Apparently, Winged C lost by head kick again. Oh, did he really? I was gonna ask. Man, sorry to hear that. I certainly was going to ask about Mr. Winged C. But that sucks. That certainly sucks. I'm trying to see when this. This card is supposed to be taking place. I think I know where I'm at. This is where Grabaka said it was going to be, but we got about 2 minutes before this thing is supposed to start, and I don't see any announcements about it. So we'll see. Someone just posted on X what a clean knockout against Wing Nasty. Oh, really? Did you post it in the Discord? Yeah, I don't know. So, somebody show it to me. It's any channel. Post it in the general MMA discussion. Hey, Didgeridoo Dave, what's going on, man? Welcome back. Beware, I'm at least 2 vodkas fuller now. Well, congratulations. I mean, I hope that we're going to be able to actually watch this event. I'm not seeing anything for it on their channel, at least where it's supposed to be. So we'll see. They do have a poster for it, so I got to imagine that it's going to be legit somewhere. We'll find out soon enough, I guess. Was able to get myself a very brief little nap as I was Dragon after the event. Got myself my wheat pasta. That went very well. Not that everyone was asking about it. So I am well fed now, thankfully, as needed. And I'm looking forward to some kickboxing if we can get it. And people were saying that Ilya was ducking Movsar. Yeah, I know that somebody else had said that. So I think somebody said that in the Discord. Like, yeah, could you imagine that this is who Ilya would be facing if he was still around at this weight? It's like, yeah, I would not be concerned about any of that. Did he duck into the kick? I guess we'll find out whenever it gets posted. You were Dragon? Yes, I was Dragon. The last Dragon. I was Dragon ass. You posted it? All right, let's see. Let's see here. See my guy Wing C. All right, looking at it. Oh, jeez. He really ducked into it, but he just got caught with it. Yeah, damn. Memeing at the end there. Look at it one more time. Yep, clean. Yeah, shin to temple. Yeah. I'd say it looked like a little bit of an early stoppage, except he went face first into the cage. So I guess not. Hey, Meat Rocket. We were watching Wing C. Unfortunately, Wing C did not win his pro debut. Got kicked in the head. So, R.I.P. to Wing C until he resurrects like the phoenix that he is. Put those wings to good use. Oh. Hey, James Bjorn again. What's up? Shin to temple, indeed. It happens. Bomber didn't win his debut. Yeah, it does kind of suck. He's a fan favorite. But it is what it is. Just the same way that it seems to be that I'm trying to figure out where the fuck this Knockout Rebels dealie is here. It does not seem to be on their channel. Knockout Rebels. I mean, I see all the rest of them. Series 8, Series 7, Series 1. Yeah, no Series 9 just yet, but it's supposed to be tonight, so I guess we're going to find out. Hopefully we'll see the live pop up in some way, shape, or form soon. Did you hear the audio on it? I mean, it was low. I heard what you guys just heard on whatever the mic picked up, so maybe not. Why? What was there something I needed to hear on there? St. George was Dragon-esque. Maybe James is George's cousin. George St. Pierre? Yes, Meat Rocket. We're supposed to be watching Knockout Rebels Series 9, which is supposed to be live now, but not seeing it. Go back to Grabaka real quick and see if he's got any other information on it. It's supposed to be a Japanese kickboxing card starting now. Yeah. Main card, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is on... Is this tonight, is it not? Yeah, this is Saturday. Fucking ton of events going on today, by the way, or had gone on today. But yeah, this is correct. Go back to the event dealie. Try to figure out if any new information has come out, but yeah, no. Goes to the exact same place that I just was. I don't know. I do not know. Guess we'll hang out for a little while. If we don't get kickboxing, we don't get kickboxing. Yes, it's on YouTube. The link is the link to the channel is in the description of my stream here. Like, the live stream. There is a link to Knockout, which their channel is there. knockout kickboxing, but no actual live stream yet. Excuse me. Hydra's here. What up, Hydra? Just a clean sound. Oh, I did hear that. Yeah. You could absolutely hear the connection. Why did I curse it? I know, right? I don't understand this, dude. I don't understand it. It's on you. Yes, it should be on YouTube. I mean, it says it, as far as it's reported on Grabaka, it says it's supposed to be on YouTube. It's on their website. Obviously, I got a poster for it, so, you know. I see one that's called the City Life. City Life Project is watching it too? Yeah, City Life Project is another streamer. Like, another dude that's doing watch-alongs. But I don't know where he got 1045 from. Is that what it says on the poster? 11:30 and 12 is what it says on the poster. I would assume that 12 is 10. Noon. Or maybe 11:30 is that. I don't know. It says 10:45. I mean, Grabaka said 10 o'clock, so maybe City Life Project has information that I don't have. But whatever. I guess we'll hang out for a little while. 45 minutes worth of a little while. But we'll see. What did you think of Movsar versus Murphy? We were talking about that before you got in here, Meat Rocket. I've got to rewatch it to get 100% of my opinions about it, but I thought it was pretty bad. Thought it was a pretty bad decision. And it looks like most people thought that. But, you know, I'll give you my full assessment on Monday, of course. Monday night podcast. Myself and Chase Parton will be going over all of the fights from UFC London. But off rip, yeah, it was pretty bad that went the way that it went. Off topic, saw some headline but couldn't read it at the time about the White House card. Any updates? I mean, any updates in what way? We got the card. The card itself is announced. I did a whole video about it recently. You can watch the Yama episode. But yeah, I mean, the card is somewhat underwhelming to people. That's what I basically said. More time for Yama? I mean, I guess so. We'll do a little Q&A for right now. Let me know what you guys want to talk about, because if we got 45 minutes there, I really don't have too much to I don't have too much to say at the moment, you know? I'm still waking back up, to be perfectly honest. I was tired, man. More time with Yama, indeed. It's nighttime. I can't scream Yama. You can scream Yama anytime, brother. Here's an update. It sucks. The White House card. Hey, CTE, what's up, man? What do you think the poly market odds are of a boom boom event happening at the White House card gathering, the president, top officials, and 85,000 people at the while at war? I mean, I think that it is low that it does actually happen. Not 0% chance though. And yeah, I mean, it's a good point. This is what Joe Rogan was saying the exact same thing about, you know? I actually thought Joe Rogan was pretty spot on with his thought process there when he was talking about that. You know, we've got a huge card at the White House with, you know, many, many people, pretty much the entire free world all in one place. We go over, we start a frivolous war in another country to deflect from the heinous crimes committed by people in power currently, all of which will be at this event. It's basically like going over and kicking a hornet's nest and then running behind a bush to go have a tea party and not expecting the hornets to come follow you past the bush. So I don't think that anything will, because it's going to be the most heavily fortified location on planet Earth, with no exaggeration. You get that many people of that level of importance in one place, that the entire military is going to be actively making sure that is as under lock and key as possible. But, you know, there's always there's always a percentage chance of something happening. So we'll have to find out. But I don't know. Actually, it would be interesting to find out what the poly market odds are. Actually, I don't know how to look that up. Do you have to have a poly market account to look at the odds? Let's see. Poly market. How does this work? Can you just type in anything into here? Will the White House call a full lid by what does that mean, a full lid? I don't know, I'm just like looking at I looked up anything involving White House, and of course there are many things on here. Here, I can bring this up real quick while we're waiting. Give me a second. Let me see. Can't really. Sorry, I'm trying to do this on the fly right now. Put you guys over there. Bring this up. There it is. All right, so there you go. This is what Poly Market looks like. I'm not seeing anything specific to the card, though. Oh, all right. I guess that's all I can see without having an account. Yeah, because I just searched White House, and this is what came up. This stuff. But I'm not seeing anything specific about the card. I don't know. If you guys have a Poly Market account, let me know. You know, see if you can find it. What was the search that I just did? All markets. Do I only get the chance to search once on here? I mean, somehow I searched it before, so I have no idea. Weird. Poly Market, White House, UFC. Oh, here we go. 120 entries for Poly Market, and I guess this is just White House. Trying to see if there's any. Yeah, that's all I can see without having an account, which I do not have. So doesn't look like anything on here for that, but there certainly can be. I mean, you know, there might be something that I'm not able to see. So I don't know. But again, scary thought. Certainly a scary thought. So we'll find out. All will be revealed, I guess. Sorry. Let me catch back up with you guys here. Wasn't sure if some news had changed, some detail I was unaware of. Yeah, no. I mean, there really is no, I don't think there's much else to report on the White House card until it actually happens now, unless something changes. But yeah, just that everybody was pretty underwhelmed by the announcement of the card. Mason Jones got 100K. Very nice. Very nice. Did it get fight of the night, though? Because I really hope that Axel Sola got a little bit of cash out of that, too. Axel Sola, tough guy. He deserved a little bit of praise for that performance and taking that fucking gash on the side of his face. Jesus Christ. Dude looked like he took a hatchet wound to his cheek. I love the White House card. Not gonna lie, should be shorter with banger fights. Well, yeah, I mean, so the White House card is basically just like a good main card. So, you know, again, what I said in the video, I think tracks pretty pretty well. I mean, at least in my estimation, it is a good, solid main card for an international fight week. Leave the bums for fight nights besides Kyle Dawkins. As I also said in the Yama episode, we will not be saying mean things about Kyle Dawkins. It is not his fault that he is on the card. He did not book himself. Half Dead Frank. I believe KO went unexed. Wait, what? I believe KO went exclusive this time around, friends? Exclusive? What do you mean? It's like the knockout is a pay-per-view? I mean, that'd be fine too if I could find out where it is. I'd be all right if it was a pay-per-view, but where can you actually watch it? Trying to look on their website, and it's obviously all in Japanese. So if I translate it to English, where is watch? Knockout Vision? Having to retranslate this thing over and over again. Oh, no, this is how to apply to fight for them. I don't know. Oh, Japanese pay-per-view on You Next. Huh. Okay. So all of a sudden they did Knockout Rebel Series 1 through 8, and then for fucking Series 9 they went to pay-per-view? Gosh darn it. I accidentally hit the like button. Well, don't take it back now. No takesy backsies. Remember when we say a bunch of Iranians fighting in Raja Damnern Stadium series? True. Yep, that is true. We did see that. We might be seeing that again on Sunday. You've never actually seen Polymarket before? I'd seen it before. I'd never been on it before. That actually was my first time ever actually being on the website. Could you say Austin Lane is worse than CM Punk? Different. Worse? Hard to say. I mean, Austin Lane has a win in the UFC, does he not? What even is Polymarket? Yes, Polymarket is a predictive markets betting platform, basically. You don't know about Polymarket? Yeah, it's basically predictive markets. So it's essentially betting on anything, betting on any future event. It got fight of the night? Okay, great. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad Axel Sola got a little bit of scratch off of that. But yeah, I mean, if Half Dead Frank, hey, shout out to you, Half Dead Frank. Thank you very much for the updates, by the way. Appreciate you. If that is true, then that is concerning. I guess we'll give it till 10:45 just to see if City Life Project is correct in what they were saying. But yeah, if we don't see anything by 10:45, then I guess we will have to call it. Actually, Half Dead Frank, if you have the link to the Japanese pay-per-view platform, can you post that in the Discord or in the chat here? John Jones tweeted again tonight saying he was offered $15 million for the White House. Dana at the post-fight presser said he absolutely was never going to be on the card and is sick of the question. Yeah, what I said in the Discord about that is John Jones can fuck entirely off. I'm tired of hearing from him. The same way that Dana's sick of the question. John Jones made his bed. Now he has to lie in it. I have zero sympathy for John Jones. You know? What I also said in the Discord is what happened to the happy-go-lucky, carefree John Jones that doesn't get out of bed for $30,000 and was having so much fun, just getting paid money to show up at parties when he was holding up the belt when he was supposed to fight Tom Aspinall. It's almost like your actions have consequences, John. What a fucking surprise. Amazing that absolute fucking baby has never had to encounter that before. There's a Bellator and Brave live stream on currently, but not live. Yeah, I mean, we can do some other stuff, but like, I already have the stream set. Like, this is the thing that you guys got to understand is that like, I can't just like shift everything over to something else on the fly. Like, I set things up a specific way. I have a picture up here. I have text on screen. I have like the name of the title of the stream and everything. Like I have to like change things over if we just decide to switch course here. So, I don't like doing that. Do you know why Iranians can travel to Thailand? Not specifically. Is there a specific reason? Oh yeah, good point. Fuck, I forgot about the Mexico card. We could have just done that. Well, god damn it. That's fucking annoying. Yeah, we could have just done the Mexico card to begin with. We picked poorly. We chose poorly on this one. But at least I can fall back on blaming it all on the Discord. This was not my choice. We got to jump through hoops to finagle an account on Unext. For starters, a VPN set to Japan, and then I can help you set up a Unext account. Oh, dude, we ain't doing all that shit. We ain't doing all that, bro. I mean, I see Unext listed here, but I mean, I just wanted to see like what it all entailed. Let's see, Unext Japan. Made in Japan. Pioneering SVOD service. Subscription. Yeah, okay. Well, I see the. I mean, I'm looking at their website, but where are the actual streams at? Access. Nope. That ain't it. I just paid $6.99 for Fight Pass. Yeah, I mean, we missed part of it though, so it is what it is, man. I'm just pissed off about this now because I mean, like, you know. Oh, Unext has everything. UFC shows, PFL, Pancrase. They have Deep on there? Really? Well, that's interesting. Deep is interesting to me. But if I'm gonna have to have a fucking, I'm gonna have to have a like a VPN and all this shit. I mean, I'm not going through all that. Can you not just? Yeah, okay. I found the actual site now, but where's the martial arts? Here we go. Oh, yep. There it is. Watch the live broadcast. Seeing what happens here. I'm just kind of going through now and trying to troubleshoot the whole, not troubleshoot it, but just like we're in this process now. I don't know why this kickboxing event just all of a sudden decided to go to this platform, but it does kind of look like a dope platform. Unfortunately, cannot be played. Oh, yeah, you're right. If you're using Android Chrome browser in Japan, oh yeah, okay. So yeah, access from overseas. So this is this is region locked. This is region locked. Well, that's unfortunate. So, yeah, I guess there's your answer, huh? We got bait and switched. Limited viewing. 22:45. Oh, I see. Yeah, Saturday, March 21st. 22:45 is 10:45. So, yeah, I guess that is the case here. Yeah, it looks like they're not playing them on YouTube. We were bait and switched, unfortunately. Well, I mean, I guess that yeah, I guess we can go over, I guess we're going to have to watch the Mexico card. If it's just starting now, I guess we can get that going. But I'm going to have to do all of the all of the switch over of everything on the fly here. So, but YouTube has a link. Oh, did it just wait? Did something just come up for that? Because wow, I'm looking at this dude on the Mexico card looking real fucking scary. Hold on. So, all right. Now I'm getting conflicting information here from chat. So, YouTube has a link, you say? No, YouTube does not have a link. Yeah, there's no event for this on the live section. Can we rewatch Acesso? I mean, there's live Mexican. This is the thing, guys. I mean, like, we got to like come to a consensus here. This is why I asked about like the you know, that's why I put the vote out for it in the Discord. Obviously, this is outside of our control, but we really got to keep it to like one or the other. So we got to do it Mexico MMA, I guess. Thought it was MMA Mexico from the very beginning. No, well, see, Savage, yeah, you're not in the Discord. So yeah, what the issue was that MMA Mexico I thought started at 8. It didn't start until 10. That was information that was not correct. So because it was starting at 10 o'clock, yeah, this whole thing got a little sideways here. Because it was starting at 10 o'clock, there was also a Japanese kickboxing event that was starting at 10 o'clock. So I put in the Discord, hey, since the event's not starting till 10, do you want to do Mexico MMA or do you want to do this kickboxing event? Everybody said they wanted to do the Japanese kickboxing, so we thought we were going to do that. Now it turns out the Japanese kickboxing is pay-per-view only, even though it was supposed to be for free on YouTube. So now we're going back to Mexico here, and I have to redo all of the stream stuff, so very annoying. This whole thing is very annoying. So you know, just going to have to redo the stream information. What is this? MMA Mexico 7. All right. There's that. Hopefully if I refresh this, this will be in the same place, or it should be the right thing. All right. Looks like everything's correct here. So, yeah. Yeah, and I mean, you know, look, and I get it, and I know a lot of people are like saying a whole bunch of different stuff to try to like figure out something else to do, and I appreciate it. I mean, obviously, we all want to be here and we all want to like hang out and watch fights and stuff, but like, that's why it's like it's like there needs to be like a consensus as to like what is actually happening, because like when something goes wrong like that really falls on me, I guess, more than anything, is just to captain the ship a little bit here, but I don't want to like, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this. It's like we could do a million things, but like I have considerations that I have to make for how all of that gets presented and stuff. So all good though. So yep, Mexico MMA it is. You got better looking since I have my vodka glasses on. Well, there you go. Yeah, you and Savage are probably going to get even closer based on all of this. Yeah, appreciate you guys too. Thank you guys for bearing with. I got to update a couple more things. So looks like this dude with the cornrows over here is about to get a rear naked, possibly. Let's see. This is Mexico MMA 7. So, bear with me as I, on the fly, fix all of this stuff. See if I can actually find a card for this thing, find a poster. Yeah, I guess that'll do. Oh, yeah, no, appreciate you guys. Like I said, you know, I just appreciate that all you guys still want to, you know, that you guys want to hang out. You guys are cool with changing things up. I just know that, you know, it's like anytime that I have to do it on the fly, there's just a lot of different things that have to happen. And then now I'm sitting here having to, like, you know, change things and do all of this stuff while you guys are hanging out. And I know that that's boring for you guys. So I just don't like, you know, having to sit here silently making all these adjustments and stuff while you guys want to be chatting and doing your thing. All right, let's see if this works correctly. Work the first time. Close enough. There you go. All right. And just like that, I believe that we are... I think we're updated now. You support the wedding? Which wedding is that? Good deal. Yeah, I mean, I think everything is under control now. And at least we know that there's actually fights happening on Mexico's card. You can also watch it in Spanish if you want to. I probably should have just watched the Spanish broadcast. Did he actually get this rear naked here? Is that what we're watching the replay of? This face crank? Oh, no, we're getting another round. It looked like he had him dead to rights there. How cooked do you think my attention span is? Thinker, your boring break was like 3 minutes with the chat. I mean, you know, some people demand more. Oh, excuse me. Hold on a second here. Iridium Sports Agency? Iridium Sports Agency on the stanchion there. I just noticed that. You guys all seeing that? You guys know you remember Iridium Sports Agency, right? That's the one that's linked to James Krause. That was the one that was involved with the recently with the fight fixing. Iridium. That's kind of wild to see that. Where are the fights? The fights are on Fight Pass. You don't remember? Yeah, no, yeah. That was the Iridium Sports Agency. That's the one that was like it was James Krause adjacent. I believe that Iridium was Dolgarian's management, I believe. I forget the details myself right now, but I remember the name because it's a unique name, so it always stays in my brain. But yeah, that was the one that was like James Krause's like friend or something, who was like James Krause like signed over like a property management company or something like that to Iridium Properties or something along those lines. They represent some friends of yours? Yeah. I'm not surprised by that, but Jeremy Hall, be careful with that. Because, Iridium Sports, they are linked to, at least in some type of tacit connection, oh, there you go. Nice finish. Does this event have replays, by the way? This is taking place in a sports bar. I'm not even joking. This is literally taking place in a sports bar. There's soccer on TVs behind this guy. Viva Mexico. But yeah, Iridium. I certainly remember the name. If you go back on whatever video it was, whichever one of the Isaac Dolgarian videos that I did, you can see when I talked about iridium in it. Haymakers and prayers from dude in the green shorts. Yeah, this was definitely not his fight to win. Red shorts, what a surprise! Reminds me of Pride days. What did he kick him in the head, or he soccer kick him? What was the why? Just because he's so much bigger? Yeah, green shorts. I mean, this dude doesn't even look like he should be in a fight. Period. You don't have Fight Pass? I don't know what to tell you then, Meat Rocket. That's where the fights are. What up, Tyler Betts? How you doing, bro? A lot of regional MMA takes place in bars and strip clubs. Yes, I do know that. I reviewed the film Warrior. We were just talking about it earlier today. It was not inside of the strip club. It was in the parking lot of a strip club. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, you can sign up for fight. Honestly, dude, like I based on the amount of MMA that I held out for a long time on getting Fight Pass, but like having Fight Pass is really nice. I like having Fight Pass. It is, of all the things that you can invest in as far as like putting your money towards things that make you happy, Fight Pass is certainly one that I think is a worthwhile investment. Must be outside? Yeah. It looks like it is an outdoor, like, it's like a bar on one side and I guess an open air area on the other side. Maybe like a bar that's kind of like on, like, that you have to, like, go up a couple stairs or something, too. You can see the kitchen behind this guy. Look at that. That's the concession stand. Ladies serving drinks back there. I'm good, bro. My parlay hit, cashed 94 off of 20. Let's go, Tyler Betts. Congratulations, bro. Now would be a good time to reiterate and remind everybody that yamashow.com for all of your merchandise needs. Red shorts, like a light heavyweight. I know. Well, I don't even know what weight class that was supposed to be in. Fight Pass is worth it. I agree. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, look, I tried to find fights that were not on Fight Pass. I specifically, that's one of the main reasons why I said, like, there is an event that was supposed to be free on YouTube, and then we just got baited and switched when it came to that. You want tacos and a burrito now? Tacos y burritos? I bought a year Fight Pass, and it's definitely worth it, especially when you have mid-Paramount era cards. It's nice to have other promotions to fall back on. I agree, man. I mean, look, if you saw the most recent Yama episode, you know that my feelings on UFC have been mixed lately. Oh, yeah, look at all that. You'd think that they would like be able to like put something else on the TVs instead of like soccer when it comes to what's on in the background, But yeah, I mean, we're watching a whole bunch of different stuff on the channel lately. There's definitely more entertainment to be had. And when you see, like, I mean, really, it goes to your point, Savage. Like, you see what happened in the main event of the card today. How many times have you seen me crashing out over rules and regulations not getting taken into consideration when it comes to the UFC? How many times have you had fights that you want to see that the organization either can't or will not make? How many times do we have fighters coming in not making weight at the highest level of this sport, blatantly disregarding that? Fights getting canceled, fights getting moved, audio and technical difficulties when it comes to the broadcast. Fights announced that you don't care about. Again, I mean, really, I think that there's a part of me, to be perfectly honest, there's a part of me that rebels against the UFC's notion that they can just do whatever the fuck they want and we're just going to deal with it. because that's exactly literally what they think at this point, you know? Oh, you know, we can do whatever we want. The fans are just going to, they'll deal with it. Fans, you know, they talk all this big game on the internet, but when it comes down to it, they'll be watching. It's like, you know what? There's a lot more MMA out there. There's a lot more MMA. There's a lot more combat sports. That's why I talked so much about Muay Thai in the most recent Yama episode, you know? Because I really do love Muay Thai. And there's tons of it. And you don't need the bureaucracy and the bullshit of Dana White and the boys. We can do our own thing. We can see knockouts. We can see competition of different calibers and levels. Turn this fucking channel into a one championship, you know, channel. Turn this into one championship central. Me and Chase Parton just do last week's fights, but it's only about one. You know what I mean? So, anyway, kind of rambling about all that, but you get the point. The recent vid is a banger. Thank you, CTE. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you very much. And thank you to everybody who has hyped the video, by the way. Thank you so much for that. I think as of right now, 19 hypes on the video. So that's really good. That's really good. That's very helpful. So I hope anyway, you know, we'll see if it actually translates to numbers, since I believe as of right now, that video is still under 100 views, which I'm like, come on, guys. Like, not you guys. I'm just saying, come on, humanity. Like, give me a fucking break over here. Yeah, 87 views. Like, dude, there's absolute horse shit that has, like, at least 1,000 views. You mean to tell me that video is not better than horse shit? In fact, I can almost guarantee you that you can find a video of a horse shitting that has more views than that video. What's going on, YouTube? All Yama vids are bangers. They're getting better, though? All right, hey, look. Constant improvement, I hope. But thank you. UFC thinks they can get away with anything. Someone should teach them a lesson, maybe, at that big event where everyone is gathered. All right, hey, chill out there, Hydra. In Minecraft. That would end MMA? I mean, that would end the free world. That would end the world. Yeah, that would have repercussions far beyond MMA. Where was John Silva at? I don't know. Why was... Oh, because of the way that the main event went? I don't know where he was at, but we know where he's probably going to be. Getting a title shot in about 2 weeks. You know? 2 weeks. 2 weeks, John Silva is going to be found on a poster announcing that he's getting a title shot instead of Movsar. Bro, I hyped your vid, and I know others did too. That shit must not work because your latest vid should have way more views if hyping actually worked. I know, yeah, I know, Savage. I'm like, I don't understand. I mean, I really don't get it. The only thing I can think of is because of the swearing at this point. But like, I'm not changing. Like, see, this is the thing. When it comes to like other styles of videos and stuff, like that's where I would be like, okay, I'll work with the algorithm, you know. If I had to censor certain things, whatever. When it comes to the Yama show, like, that's the one thing that I do exactly the way that I want to do it. That's the one show that I do with, like, myself in mind first and then hope that everybody else likes it afterwards. Which, you know, that's the big irony when it comes to doing YouTube content in general. Everybody, this is fucking, it drives me wild. Because, like, whenever you know me, I'm keyed in. I'm trying to make YouTube, you know, more of my life. So I'm always in like discussion groups about it or whatever, looking at different videos about it. And the advice is always, you know, do the content that you want to do. Focus on making stuff that you're passionate about, and don't worry about the algorithm or people's opinions and blah, 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 blah. And then you do that, which is exactly what I do with Yama, and fucking nothing, you know, it gets suppressed or whatever the fuck is happening with it. So anyway, my point is that I'm not compromising Yama. So because that's the only thing I can think of is censoring the swearing at this point, but I'm not doing that. So if Yama ends up just being something that I do for you guys, then so be it. But I'm not compromising. Like, Yama's the only thing that I'm 100% doing exactly as I want it to be. So if that means not getting it to where we want it to go, then that's unfortunate. Hopefully the other content can pick up the slack. Going to watch it now? All right, Didgeridoo Dave. Hope you enjoy it. Leave a comment if you liked it. Leave a like and a comment. Use your hypes. Hopefully they'll work in Australia too. Who knows? Despite having a nearly 20% engagement rate, YouTube won't push the vid. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like fucking multiple, like over 20 likes. Like I think 20 comments, 20 likes. It's like, what else can I fucking do? Fucking 18 hypes, 86,000 hype points. It's like it's giving you every metric to show you that like this is a video that people are enjoying. I know that there have been new subscribers off of it too, so like what the fuck? Yeah, YouTube hating for no reason. As far as it seems to be what it is to me. I just don't understand what else it could be. He said he was flying to London and going to sign a contract to fight Volk. Oh, John Silva did? I wouldn't listen to anything John Silva says until it's actually reported by MMA Orbit. John Silva, I don't think John Silva knows what he's talking about half the time. Oh, look who's here. Rick Allen is here. What up, Rick? How are you, sir? Nice to see Rick Allen gracing us with his presence. All right. Canavati versus Pena is underway here. Oh. Canavati with not a lot of technique, but still landing kicks. The first hyped vids seem to get a pretty big boost. Yeah, I don't know. I think the only other thing I could think of, and again, this is just something that I'm going to have to deal with because I'm not changing how I do things. The only other thing I can think of is that the thumbnails and the titles aren't things that people are searching for. Even though I do try to put like some things in the titles. But the thumbnails don't have words in them. A lot of time with the type of content that I do, words in titles, or words in thumbnails rather, are helpful because it's a visual cue to people as to what it means. Like what the video is actually about. So I think the thumbnails are not super descriptive for Yama. And I think sometimes that the way that I title them is it doesn't catch people immediately. I think he was going to London to watch a fight and just talking out of his ass. Probably. That sounds about correct. Stay true to your content. It got you the quality of community you already have. That is true. Exactly. And that's kind of where I'm at with that. When it comes to Yama specifically, the actual Yama show, I'm like, that show is the one thing that I do exactly how I want it to be done. And I'm not compromising that. So the rest is just going to have to be what it's going to be, unfortunately. I just think it sucks. Because, I mean, like, again, selfishly, I would like the channel to grow and all of that. But really, I think that why I'm more upset by it is that I know that the quality is good of the show. Like, I mean, like, I like this show. I like the show enough to know, or like that, when I watch the show, I recognize that it is a quality YouTube product. I would like to have that for more people if they would like to enjoy it. And YouTube seems to not be wanting that to happen. So that's why it's upsetting to me more so than growing the channel. But of course, the other side of it is that, yeah, I would like the channel to grow as well. You got to collab more? We're trying to do some collab stuff. We want to try to get people on the free-for-all, but we just don't do the free-for-all consistently enough. But yeah, I mean, we've talked about some collab things. The free-for-all would be where that could happen. John Silva is mega cringy, bro. I mean, yeah. He's weaponized autism, but I don't hate John Silva, but I think that he is starting to wear out his welcome with some of his antics. Hey, Lachlan, what's good, brother? Good to see you, man. Finished planting my lemongrass and dill. What's up? Hey, lemongrass and dill. I love Lachlan's got the green thumb over here. I think Championship Rounds posted it, but they seem to lie a lot, especially with Brazilian fighters. I mean, is it lying or is it just misinformation or is it just, misinterpretation? That's something that, Malcolm Wellmaker actually made a good point about this. So, Malcolm Wellmaker, after he lost to Ethan Ewing, posted an image of him with like some of his old work friends when he was a pipe fitter. And he said, damn, I lost my MMA fight, or, I lost my UFC fight. I'm going back into pipe fitting. And he was joking about that. A bunch of outlets did not realize that he was joking, or just knew that he was joking and decided to report it anyway, and took that and ran with it. And so Malcolm Wellmaker got on Instagram and was like, y'all motherfuckers are either really dumb or really deceptive. Because I was clearly joking when I said I was going back to pipe fitting, and you all took it and, turned it into a bunch of meme images and articles and all this kind of stuff. It was disingenuous, is what he was saying. So I say that to say, whether Championship Rounds is reporting things inaccurately or they're actually lying about it or whatever, the information is just not correct. It's hard to say what actually that is, but either way, information gets distorted a lot in this community. That is why I am so vocally against Crazy Kev. And to a lesser extent, but still to the same concept, against Reuben Carter. We already have enough static, enough chatter, enough jaw flapping, and enough misinformation being slung at all corners of the internet when it comes to MMA. We do not need people like Crazy Kev to make that worse. So, Crazy Kev having to take some strays when it comes to this conversation, but it is what it is. Do you think what time in the day the vid is uploaded matters? Probably not for that type of content. I would suspect anyway, because the way that YouTube is feeding content to people now, basically just everything through the homepage, it's going to get to them one way or another, no matter when it's updated when it's posted. So I don't think so. Yeah, Rick. All right. Well, I appreciate you saying that. I'll let Vitz King know that you mentioned that. He's the real moneymaker out of the two of us, even though I'm the one sitting here on stream fucking 10 hours plus in a day. I'm the one putting 20 hours into making a video. I'm the one sleeping on the floor to make the videos come out. But no, it's actually Vitz King who's the one that's really the money maker here. Lighting in this octagon is not consistent. Yeah, dude. It's it's a bunch of dudes hanging out at a large like a fucking outdoor bar area. Yeah, I would not be expecting consistency in many aspects. In fact, I'm actually kind of surprised and happy that they have multiple camera angles and replay. That puts them higher up than a lot of promotions that we watch. Would you ever be interested in having fighters on a show might be able to get in with some at BKFC level, especially in Florida? Oh yeah, no, I mean, like, we have, like, I know fighters. I know fighters that are on the roster currently, on the UFC roster. But yeah, I mean, we've talked about having fighters on the show before. That's the thing, is it's like me and Chase just need to figure out how we want to do that, because the free for all is really built to have guests on. But we have to either have it more consistent, or we have to plan it ahead of time to do it so that we can schedule it. Like, that's the thing. Oh, did it finish? Nice. You get a rear naked? Hell yeah. Good deal. Nice. Yeah, bro got the top down finish on that one. But yeah, I mean, like, we're set up to have fighters on the show, or anybody on the show. We're set up to have guests, but we need to plan it out so that we actually like have a system in place. So yeah, I mean, eventually we probably will, and I already know who the first one's going to be if we do. But we've talked about that. I mean, we've talked about Jeremy Hall saying he wants to have Dante Johnson on, which we'd be happy to do. But to be perfectly honest, and I don't mean to be rude to these fighters. Of course, I have a great deal of respect for them. But to be perfectly honest, fighters don't always draw numbers. 10-7 can tell you that. The 10-7 MMA can tell you that. They just did an interview with Adrian Yanez. Not many views on it. And no disrespect to Adrian Yanez. Or 10-7. I love both of them. But, the fighters themselves don't always draw numbers. Green Shorts is 4-4 at 24. I really don't think MMA is for him. Well, he also just lost too, so I guess you're kind of cooking on that one. Page versus Patterson, worst fight in UFC history, maybe? Nah. Not worse than Rose versus Carla. That was an awesome vid, bro. Thank you, dude. I love the fuck you at the end. Made me chuckle. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for watching, Didgery Dave. Use those hype points if you have them. That Yama merch is awesome. Appreciate you, James. Yeah, thanks. Thank you to everybody who's been buying. If you are not aware, yamashow.com. Merch is available. I reckon an off MMA weeks is a great time to post MMA vids when no other content is available. I don't really even think it matters, to be perfectly honest. Like, I don't think that, I think people will find the time and find and want to watch it regardless of that. I really think it's about how the algorithm is pushing it, and, that sometimes it's just not going to be the kind of content that certain people want, but I don't know. That's why I try to do a variety of content on the channel to give people a bunch of options for that. And if they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't, But I just know that there is more of an audience for it than the numbers would suggest. Like, there is no reason. You cannot tell me that the Yama show that I do is not worth 1,000 views. You know what I mean? That the Yama show, that episode that just came out is not worthy of 500 views. I mean, these are fucking small potato numbers here, people. Fucking Mr. Beast gets the entire views of my channel in the first 2 minutes of an upload. Now, obviously, that's completely different circumstances and levels. But I'm talking about even like take it to I don't know, a creator in the space. Fucking MMA On Point gets probably the entire channel's worth of views in 2 hours. And that's great. They have great production value. They're very well researched. They do a different type of content that I do. But my point is that I have seen content comparable. Fucking Vampiric Legs probably gets, the views of my video in the first hour at the very least. You know what I mean? So I'm not like trying to compare myself to those creators to say like one is better than the other or whatever. I'm just saying that I know the value of what I do is more than what the numbers reflect. I reckon, we just read that. 99% of these matchups have no rhyme or reason to them, bro. These matchups have no storyline to them. Lame and hurts the product over the long run. What do we talking about in the UFC? Or are you talking about on the Mexico MMA card here? Oh, that is a... Oh, man. I don't want to say anything mean about this young lady. But that's a tough face. Octagon could definitely use better lighting for this. I mean, I think we're lucky that we're getting anything out of this promotion at all. This promotion looks like it is kept up by popsicle sticks. Making it 4 and 5 for that guy in the green. Yeah, true. Hey, what up, Yuri? Nice to see you again. Good job on betting both sides of the main event of the UFC card, by the way, Yuri. Because that certainly could have gone either way, so you did the right thing. Is this a trans person? I yeah. I don't know. Um Damn, Didgeridoo Dave. You're more popular in spirit. Ah, that's funny. How do we get Mason Jones versus BSD now? Love that fight, dude. Fuck yeah. I like it, dude. Damn, Didgeridoo Dave going hard on Rick Allen. Maybe you should challenge the MMA on Point guys to a fight. Stream the fight. It'll up your numbers. I wonder who I could beat in a fight from MMA on Point. Probably the editor guy. I forgot what that guy's name is, but the one of the little skinny editor. I could probably beat him in a fight. Maybe I forget what that one guy's name was. Not Jason, but the other dude, Tom. Right? Was his name Tom? I always liked that guy too. I don't know. He's not on the channel as much anymore. But I'm a fan of MMA on Point. I don't want to fight those guys. Those guys are cool. In fact, I think that they hearted one of my comments because I commented on one of their videos about the Smashing Machine. Told them that, you know, while they do a lot of coverage of the Smashing Machine, Yama is the premier channel when it comes to the Smashing Machine, obviously. I don't think that there is any other YouTube channel that has done more coverage of the Smashing Machine than us. That's a dude. I mean, obviously someone that identifies as a lady, it seemed, but I was trying to follow along, but I didn't, I wasn't really catching all of what was going on with that. Is that person fighting this person? Oh, so it is a trans person. So that is a biological male that is fighting another biological male, but identifies as a woman. Well, isn't that interesting? That actually, this might be the first time that I've ever seen that, like in active competition. I was telling you guys either Murphy or Evloev was going to win. Yuri, you were absolutely correct. You were 100% correct on that one. We didn't follow your lead and we're too late now. You know, Yuri, thank you for being the patron saint of UFC London. Your money's on the Mexican. See, you're taking Yuri's lead. There you go. A Mexican is going to win this fight. Wait, what? One was female at birth, the other transit. What? I'm having a hard time following along with what's going on here. Maybe I should put my headphones on for this. Yeah, no, okay. I'm listening to the commentary now. Yeah, recognized as a woman, but still fighting as a man. I mean, yeah, that does seem to be what is going on here. This is a person that identifies as a woman, but you know, because of biology, is fighting as a man. I mean that. Look, you know, right here, this is a great example of you know, for all of these people who are talking about, oh, you know, these people can't compete in, you know, like that person there should not be able to compete against women. Then, you know, I mean, this is, I guess, how it's supposed to be, right? Might be like that boxer scenario, huh? Yeah, Michelle Ordinola. What are we watching? We're watching Mexico MMA 7. It's on Fight Pass. No hablo Diablo. What up, Sanjay? Yeah, Michelle Ordinola versus Elizar Meza. You're saying that Elizar Meza was born female? I can assure you I'm not Eagle MMA. I am not sure who started that rumor, but they are wrong. I don't know who Eagle MMA is. There are a few trans in Muay Thai, but this is the only person I've seen in MMA. I mean, this is a unique circumstance here. I didn't hear the first part. I wish that I was listening to all of that, actually. This is on me for not having my headphones on for this. But, yeah, I mean, is Didgeridoo Dave correct? Are you trolling Didgeridoo Dave? You're saying that the person in green is biologically female and that the person in red is... There's no way. There's no way that that's a biological woman. Hopefully you had some nice pasta. Yes, I definitely did. Thank you for asking, Sanjay. No one else asked me about my wheat pasta. But yes, I did. I don't troll, bro. Half read an article that you read an article about this? So yes, Michelle Ordinola is a biological man that identifies as a woman, but still fighting in men's MMA, and is fighting a guy. There's no way that that's a biological woman that he's fighting. Right. Yes. Bleeding edge. I get that part for Ordinola. You asked how dinner was and said it was much needed. All right, Savage. I appreciate that. Sorry. I guess I must have missed that. Yo, is that the referee? Are you kidding me right now? I mean, hold the phone, people. We've got a referee with a thing on her. Bro, are you guys seeing this referee right now? This referee's got a swinger back there. Yo. All right, well, gender and biology aside, we've got a fight on our hands now. Right, that's a biological male that identifies as female on the Ordinola side, correct. This trans fighter could be Makachev, and that sort of kryptonite could be. I mean, certainly not the way that you want to go out, getting your ass kicked by a lady. But right now, Ordinola winning this fight on top. Some people have to pay money for this. I am as well, Jeremy. I may as well have a shot of whiskey, so I have an excuse. All right. Enjoy yourself. Everybody getting tipsy tonight. Everybody's drinking. Everybody in the chat getting tipsy. Right. The other fighter is just a dude. Yeah. We're on the same page now. But yeah, Ordinola winning the fight so far. Making a sandwich to rival Sanjay. Good luck, Hydra. Make sure you put peanut butter on it, apparently. Everybody was talking about sandwiches today. Was talking about sandwiches that had peanut butter on them with all kinds of other weird shit. I have yet to make dinner. Not sure what thinking leftover cream of veggie soup in a sandwich. I mean, sounds good to me if that's all you got. Like I said, for myself, I had wheat pasta by necessity. Yeah, armbar attempt, possibly. You got salami, ham, pepperoni, lettuce, sweet onion, pickles, hot pepper, cilantro, and mustard with mozzarella. Dude, I mean, you're in good shape, brother. Need to fire up your Fight Pass Screw Diablo? Brother, yes. Yes, you do. We've got MMA Mexico 7 going on. We've got a trans fighter fighting right now. Legitimately, the first time that I have ever seen a trans person competing actively. I know the stories about Fallon Fox. I did not see her fight, but I've never. I don't. This is legitimately the first time I have ever seen a trans person in a combat sports capacity. I mean, right now, and it is interesting. I mean, to look. I mean, being completely respectful here, it is interesting because the commentary team respectfully also is using female pronouns, but this is a biological man versus a biological man, but one identifying as a woman, and that's about as 2026 as it gets right here. And also, I mean, we're talking a lot about the biological and gender elements of this fight, but I think that what is really being overshadowed by that is the fact that the referee has a fatty, people. I don't know if you've been seeing this here, but yeah, I mean, this referee, I might be in love. You bet the food at this event is pretty fire. Yo, Jeremy, the food at this event is probably off the charts fire. Don't drink the water, though. You've seen a ton in California, a ton of trans athletes you're talking about? I think I heard trans and immediately reached for the KY. I think you're mistaking me for a guy named Hydra. That ref's dump truck has its own gravitational pull. I'm telling you, the ref's got a swanger, bro. I mean, she certainly isn't doing much in this fight, which is I guess kind of how it's supposed to be. But really, I mean, I'm just kind of hyper fixated on it because she's got a thing on her. High school tele here have boys wrestling on girls' teams because they identify as a girl. Well, that's the whole thing. That's why this is interesting to me, is because the whole argument in the political landscape and all the fucking anti-woke, blah, 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 is always, biological men cannot compete in women's sports. And I do think that there is some validity to that argument, but I'm not here to argue that right now, so I really don't want to go down that road too far. My point is with this being interesting is that this is a biological man fighting a biological man. So I think that this kind of makes sense. You're having them compete with the gender that they were assigned at birth. I guess it tracks. And as you've seen so far, the biological man that identifies as the woman is currently winning this fight, at least up one round. Gash and Street Beefs is trans and or non-binary. Gash has some pretty good Muay Thai. Okay. Yeah, I guess, I've not dug deep enough to have found these athletes, but I mean, this one right here is doing pretty well. Michelle Ordinola. Michelle Ordinola, anything but ordinary. The ref has a sandwich in its pants for you, thinker. I mean, I did have dinner, but I could still find an appetite. Not into trans girls. When in Thailand, I may or may not participate or partake in the ladyboy for the culture. I mean, I think that ladyboys count as trans, though. I don't know how that works. I would assume so. Yo, all right, now they're swinging. Ordinola did all the lay and pray in round one. Now it's time to throw hands. Let's see what you got, lady. I actually just rebought my Fight Pass because of you guys. Hey, brother, you made a good choice. We do watch a good amount of things on Fight Pass because sometimes that's the only way you can watch things. So you're in good company, Sanjay. We know what you're doing on the next bathroom break. To be perfectly honest, and no, I mean, Michelle Ordinola, all respect in the world, but if I was to be interested in a trans woman, it probably would not be this one. No offense, that's not nothing personal. Yeah, they're swinging over here, kind of sloppy swings, but this dude Meza landed some nice shots though. Yo, Ordinola needs to protect her chin here. You need to get back to the level change. Damn, they are throwing so slow. I agree with this fight. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is, it runs contrary to what the critics would say. You know what I mean? Oh, well, you shouldn't be fighting or you shouldn't be competing in the opposite sex, gender, whatever. So this is the compromise, I guess, right? I don't know. I guess, I mean, it's certainly making sense. And to be perfectly honest, it seems like a pretty competitive fight to me. So I'm okay with it. Hydra plead the fifth at this point. Now Hydra's pretty forthcoming, which is his choice. $70 a year is totally worth it. There's a ton of content. Oh, I know, dude. Absolutely. I specifically try not to watch fights on Fight Pass so that more people have access to the fights when we're doing watch-alongs, but I mean, sometimes it's necessary, and I'm very glad to have it now. I love Fight Pass. I think it's one of the best investments I've made. I for a very long time stayed away from Fight Pass because I knew that I'd be watching way more fights if I had it, and now I have it, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So I ultimately fell prey to my own love of the game. But if I was going to fall prey to anything, at least it's that. Yeah, Ordinola back on top after all of that striking. The library on Fight Pass is worth it in itself. I agree. I agree. That's why I can't wait to start getting back into the gym, because that's where I would do all of my classic fight watching. I would, when I would do my cardio, I would be on the treadmill or, now probably on the elliptical based on my ankle situation. But yeah, I just set the phone up and let it run. Watch fights, watch classic fights. I watched all of pretty much every Tito Ortiz fight that I could find that way. I would like, that's how I would do it. I would just pick classic fighters and just watch as many of their fights as I could. Watched Matt Hughes, Tito Ortiz, Chuck Liddell, Vanderlei Silva. Just as many fights as I can, just getting acquainted with history, Watched Conor versus Max Holloway back in the day, that early fight that the two of them had. Yeah, just kind of, go through random fights, just go find stuff. So yeah, I'd really like to do is just go through all of Pride. That would be my next move. I'd like to go through Pride. I mean, ironically, talking about Pride during this fight kind of tracks. I cannot get over the freaking the amount of backyard on this referee. Good Lord. I know we talked about Jones versus Sola earlier, but I heard other people saying it's fight of the year so far. Is that true? Yes. Yes, it is. So far. It's definitely on the list. So we'll come back, at the end of the year and see if it holds up, but certainly fight of the night. Yeah, it's absolutely. It's fight of the night for sure. And as of right now, being only in March of 2026, definitely on the list of potential fight of the year contenders. I love watching old Boss Rutan. Fuck yeah, dude. Only his wins, though. Shout out to Boss, the legend. You missed the prelims of the UFC card? Yeah, you missed out, brother. You missed out on that one. All Mark Kerr's fights. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like, I want to go back and watch all that stuff. Pride never die, baby. You're a liar at $62 a year? Yeah. I mean, $62 a year, you could certainly do worse. They're basically giving it away, you know? Break that up over the course of 12 months. I mean, it's a really pretty good deal for all of what you get. Prelims were always the best part anyways. Yes, absolutely, dude. Prelims are where it's at. Never skip the prelims. All right, there you go. Ordinola going back to the level change. Sucks for Meza because Meza wants to swing hands, but also Meza does not have great striking, so it's kind of hard to win a fight this way. Oh, somehow ends up getting top control there, but Ordinola back to the knees. Yama, any advice going into UFC Seattle next weekend? My advice would be listen to the podcast for all of our opinions about it. Of course, the podcast being last week's fights, where myself and Chase Parton break down each and every fight from the previous week and give our predictions for the upcoming week. That will be on Monday at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Tyler Betts, come back Monday night and you will find out. But what I would say, at least in the short term, is I don't know. I think it's hard to say because what I want to say is that I have faith in Israel Adesanya. But you mean going to the event? Advice? I mean the advice is get there early. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I've got plenty of advice for going to events. Sure. Get there early. Find parking. Make sure that you remember where you parked. Take a picture if you have to, but find parking, within a reasonable distance to the venue. I would suggest and recommend parking maybe, a little ways away, in off-site parking, which you can generally find somewhere around the city. And walk over to the arena. Get there early. Get there before the doors open. Find your seats, get settled in, get your drinks and snacks and whatever you want, and make sure that you are there from the very first fight until the very last fight. That's my advice. Should actually be an exciting main event for once? Maybe. If Israel Adesanya, that's what I was starting to say. If Israel Adesanya has anything left, any semblance of his old self left. Yeah, congratulations on going to your first event, Tyler. You're going to have a great time. How are your seats? Where are your seats? How far up or down are you? You would not mind seeing Fedor's prime again? Sure. Yeah, go back and watch old Fedor fights. Oh my God, perfect view of that referee. Thank you to the cameramen who consistently are putting that referee's back in our faces. You're putting the house on Izzy? I want to believe, brother. I want to believe. But as I have said, if Izzy cannot win this fight against Joe Pyfer, then the Israel Adesanya of old is gone. Hendo was a savage in prime as well, in pride as well. Yeah, hell yeah. Hendo's the man. Hendo, an oft overlooked legend, I think. I think you got to be of a certain age to properly rate Dan Henderson. But you should. All right, that's it. I believe Ordinola's getting the win here. Shout out to our trans lady goat. rivaling Bia Mosquita for the lady goat nickname. Cameraman is looking at the same thing, brother. Yeah. Me and the cameraman, I give the cameraman a look like, I feel you, bro. I feel you. Climate Pledge Arena is known for very expensive drinks. I would pregame, but don't want to be too buzzed for prelims. Definitely getting a few drinks there, though. Yeah. As far as drinking goes, obviously be careful. Don't get yourself too crazy. But yeah, if you're going to pregame, I would say, maybe bring something, in the car with you, and then have a drink or two, before you go to the arena, so that you're not driving that way. But then be careful, because you will have an open container in the car, and that can get you in trouble. So got to make sure that you are being safe. Get yourself a designated driver if you can. But either way, yeah, I would say, if you're bring something with you, or have some kind of little small drink of some sort, just to get a little bit of a buzz going before you get in, and then just buy something big to sip on. Make sure you go toilet/get drinks halfway through the third round. Don't do that. People are going to be very upset with you if you are standing up during the fight. What I would say is actually pay attention to where the card is, and then try to time your bathroom break/drink break after the prelims are over. Go by the fight order. So when you know that the last fight of the prelims is done, that's when you book it, because you'll have a little bit of a window before main card starts. That's actually a pro tip right there. Hey, shout out to Michelle Ordinola, our trans queen. Wow. How about that? The trans lady has done it. She has the male and female symbol on her chest there. And to their credit, the crowd pretty supportive. If Izzy rebounds, I think he'll put on a fun show. If he's actually washed, it'll be a KO. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Joey Piper's not been knocking people out the same way that he used to, Wait, he got a knockout in his last fight, didn't he? Forget what fight that was. But he's had a fight since the Kelvin Gastelum fight, right? I got super high before I went to the arena and had an anxiety attack going through security. Don't do that. Yeah, I mean, definitely don't do that. But that's the whole thing about getting high in general, is that you have to really talk yourself down from the anxiety, which is why I don't particularly enjoy being high in public. Is it weird that I can't tell which one is trans? Yeah, that's a little weird. Decent seats, not crazy close, but not super far either. Then good deal. You're going to have a great time, bro. I get it. My son's mom is Mexican. Cool. I didn't realize you had a son, Jeremy Hall. Shout out to your son. Does it have a V though? Maybe a V with little... Okay, all right. Didgeridoo Dave, chill out, bro. Last live fight I went to was Arlovsky versus Fedor, and I tailgated for 5 hours earlier. God damn, bro. You must have been fucked up by the time you got in there. Peruvian Montobog. Yes. Sí. Ordinola ganador. Yes. Ordinola Victoria. Victoria. Time your breaks for the women's fights. Same strat as home. Jesus Christ, I can't talk. As at home. Hydra. The women are not going to appreciate these very, very pointed messaging when you're talking about their fights. You're out here trying to score a beautiful lady fighter, and yet you're not going to watch her fight. Michelle Ordinola is not going to appreciate the way that you're speaking right now. Hope I see fighters or get on cam or in a brawl. Definitely don't get in a brawl, brother. You don't want to be on camera that way. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure you're going to see many fighters in the cage. If I ever got a sex change, I'd want it animal style. Oh my God, Jesus Christ, you guys. I def smoke before if Lent was up already. Oh, you gave up smoking for Lent? Ha. I made $500 before the fight selling beer, cooked, grilled brats. Nice, dude. You only smoked weed then and you were so baked? True. You don't want a beautiful lady fighter. Beautiful lady fighters don't have enough body fat for me. True, bro. Same here. I want the referee. Referee was looking good to me. I'll take one of those. I should get my girl to make a batch of fried bread to sell. A fry bread to sell. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on what type of environment it is when it comes to the parking situation. I don't know a lot of people that tailgate specifically for fights, but I guess it depends on where it is. Longest post-fight speech? I know, right? Yeah, she certainly had a lot to say. But you know what? Let her say it, because it's like, obviously she has to go through a lot in her life. You know, I certainly empathize with the trans community. You know, I'm sure it's not easy. There's a lot that goes into living that life and being their authentic selves. So she goes in, she gets a win. She can have that time. That's all right. You need a Mohawk queen? I could drink Pepsi with her and smoke local sticky forever. All right. I mean, you could probably make that happen. Shout out trans people. I mean, you know, or at least be, you know, be humanly empathetic, I would say. That's at least how I look at it. It's like, you know, I mean, shit, man. It's like, you know, we're speaking from the outside with it. You know, the day-to-day of their lives must be somewhat difficult, I would say. And it's like we're already, you know, think about how difficult your life is already, you know? So it's like, you know, your life is already difficult and you don't have to deal with half of the things that they have to deal with. You know, I feel that. I feel for that. You live right off the Mohawk Res, got to spend more time there. I mean, bro, I'm sure there are plenty of lovely young Mohawk ladies who would be happy to know you. You have a Blackfeet Pepsi babe? What is Pepsi? Is that a thing? Something I don't know about? Yes, Savage. If you don't have anything nice to say, be quiet. I appreciate that. If they got a casino, hit it up, Hydra. You'll definitely meet some. Even bingo. All right. I mean, sounds good to me. Pepsi is a stereotype of how native people say Pepsi and they drink a lot of it. Oh, okay. Problem is Indian casinos are not regulated. I would not expect to win money. I mean, they're self-regulated, right? They have their own regulatory body, but, you know, whenever anything is self-regulated, how regulated is it? Sanjay the Goat is here. Yes, he is. My older friend once asked me if a lady boy offered a little blah, would you accept? Said, I don't know you. He said, yeah, if a bloke wants. Jesus Christ. You guys are fucking. Would you calm down, please? Res near me is just the holy grail for weed and nicotine. I mean, it's unfortunate, you know? Have your entire population decimated and then, you know, kind of end up in the situation you end up in. Not great, not ideal. Your res can regulate all the drugs and gas. Do you fully trust them with gambling too? Fair. Growing up running around on a res and never heard anyone say "bay." I mean, this sounds strange to me, but all I know of is Pilk. Never heard Bepsi. I don't know any of this stuff. You guys are speaking foreign language to me right now. Yeah, you know that I read stuff, so like, you know, have a little restraint for fuck's sake. It's not unfortunate my res pulls in cash. I mean, yeah, but like, you know that there are massive problems in that community though. And that's all like systemic. Pilk is Pepsi plus milk. Tried it once and threw up. Yeah, that sounds fucking atrociously awful. Yeah, that sounds like possibly one of the worst things I've ever heard of. Ron Burgundy-esque. Yeah, I mean, you know. I read the chat. That is what I do on this channel. That comes with a certain level of responsibility on your part. What if it secretly was good? It's true. I mean, I guess you don't know until you try, right? I've got to lower my defenses a little bit. Brother, I've got terms of service I have to keep in mind here, sir. You guys get to do whatever you want as viewers. I have a channel to maintain. Reminds me of an Irish car bomb. I mean, I guess it's not too far off in a weird way. But like an Irish car bomb has like, you know, other elements to it. They had fattier milk then. It was like a melted ice cream float. Yeah, that's kind of what it sounds like, but either way, still sounds disgusting to me. Ice cream floats are disgusting to me. Yeah, no, you're good, Tyler. Oh, you mean you have to? I mean, you know, just a little bit, man. You know, we're pretty open with the stuff we talk about here, but like, come on. Be a gentleman. More like a cement mixer shot. I've never heard of that before. There are a whole bunch of shots that, like, I know that they're like all these like weirdly named shots, you know? Have you ever had a buttery nipple? No, I have not. Is that guy air hammering a rabbit? I know, right? Like, bro, control yourself. I'm talking about the chat controlling themselves. This guy's over here doing very, very suggestive things right now. I feel like we're gentlemen based on what I've seen at gentlemen's clubs. Well, especially this far into the evening, everybody's drinking at this point. This is Yama after dark at this point. It's cream liqueur of sorts and citrus juice that you swish in your mouth so it curdles. Ugh. God, It never ceases to amaze me the weird shit people will do just to do it. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that when there are other options? All right, Rivas versus Moreno is underway. Cement mixer is lemonade and Bailey's. That shit all curdles. It's nasty. Yeah, I mean, like, why? You're 5 shots in, so I will confess I for sure am after dark, brother. Sanjay, you're the most controlled drinker of the bunch right now. It's funny to torture yourself with your friends. I've never understood that either. I've never been one of those kinds of guys. Like when the boys are doing like dumb shit, I've always been like, why are you guys doing dumb shit? You know? Like I've never found any humor in drawing dicks on people's faces when they're sleeping or things like that. Or putting the person's hand in warm water so they piss themselves while they're sleeping. It's like, it all just seems very stupid. You've been hitting the card all night and you've got a cider too? I do miss cider. There are some pretty good non-alcoholic ciders though. I have had some of those. And I do enjoy a nice cider. We're men of culture? True. It's like a punishment shot if you lose at a game or something. So that's what I'm saying. Like I don't play like that. Like I'm not going to play a game where there's a punishment involved. No. It's just like, oh, you're no fun. Yeah, I'm no fun. That's the end of the story. I am no fun. If that's what you think is fun, then yeah, I am no fun. I've never gotten down like that. I really don't. I don't enjoy things like that. I don't enjoy watching other people do that kind of shit. That's why I was never even really a big fan of Jackass, which I know a lot of people think is like sacrilegious, but I'm like, I don't take much like joy in watching other people like hurt themselves for laughs. It just seems dumb to me. You're always controlled 100% of the time? That's what I think about you, Savage. I think if there's ever a person who I know is 100% in control, always it's Savage. Especially when he's at the resort. A bar I worked at would give a cement mixer for free when someone came in for their 21st birthday. Yeah. Okay. I mean, thanks, I guess. You give Sambuca? Samuel Buca? What show was that? Oh my God. Now, oh man, that's going to bother me. There was a show that was on, it was an English show with this comedian that I used to like. Oh my God. I cannot remember for the life of me what that show is called, but the guy used to drink, he would drink Sambuca, and he always used to call it Samuel Buca. A shot of the Samuel Buca? Fuck, what show is that? Oh my God. I got to look this up real quick. Samuel Buca, BBC comedy. How Not to Live Your Life. That's the show. Fuck. Oh my God. I have not thought about that show in a million years. Holy shit. Dan Clark. Yes. Yes. British sitcom. Dan Clark's How Not to Live Your Life. Yes. Wow. That's a... Holy fuck. What a blast from the past. I have not thought about that show in forever. That show was aired in 2007. I was watching a lot of British comedy back then. I used to watch, they used to have BBC television. Martinelli's is awesome if that's considered cider. Yeah, Martinelli's is great. That's a like sparkling apple cider, yeah. What happens at the resort stays at the resort. Your secret is safe with us, Savage. Sambuca's fun to cook with. I don't know what it tastes like. I don't think I've ever had it. Can't remember how was like Sambuca was a drop of Bailey's, then dribbled with blue Curacao and dribbled grenadine. It looked like a brain in a cup. Ugh. I don't know if it's a Canadian thing, but we make a lot of Burt Reynolds shots at Canadian bars. It's a shot equal parts spiced rum and butterscotch schnapps. That sounds pretty good. Yeah, that actually tracks as something that actually might taste somewhat decent. I'm not sure if this is a hard spar or a fight. I mean, yeah, most of these this has definitely been one of the lower quality of actual fight quality, you know what I mean? Like the actual, yeah, the quality of the competition has been pretty low in this on this card, I would say. But again, we're watching fights that are taking place at a an outdoor bar area. So this actually kind of reminds me a little bit of real cage fighting that I commentated for. All this woke hippie alcohol discussion, straight liquor, ice cold. I like it. There you go. Real man shit. Victor MMA. Greetings. Who is winning the fight? You're Ecuadorian. It's hard to say. It's a pretty even fight right now. But yes, I do know that Victor Moreno is from Ecuador. So shout out to him. Oh, there you go. He just dropped his opponent. Yeah, he just dropped Rivas, but Rivas ended up on top, getting him on the ground. So close fight. Yeah, shout out to Ecuador though. Viva Ecuador. Oh, Rivas is Ecuadorian. My mistake. Sorry, brother. Well, then he's on top right now, but he was just rocked real quick. Moreno definitely winning both rounds so far. Well, we'll see if Rivas can use this to his advantage here. I mean, he is on top right now. I'm familiar with the drink. Yeah, I don't talk more drink talk here. Never been hardcore from the bottle. I mean, I've done my time. Me and the bottle are well acquainted. Sorry. Oh, Rivas is winning both rounds. You think? That's what I thought. I was kind of surprised that you said that, but I'm not really paying as close attention. Again, this is Yama After Dark. The fights are kind of on, but I mean, we do have someone who actually cares about the fights in the chat, so I guess we should probably lock in here. Shout out to you, Victor. Thank you for checking in with us. Yeah, Rivas did get knocked down, but ended up transitioning it into control for himself. So it was actually pretty good work in the big picture. You have Moreno ahead? All right. So, I mean, really, I think it kind of goes back to my original point. This fight is pretty close. Oh, you're only you're only analyzing it off of the highlights. I don't know. Yeah, hard to say. I mean, we're literally just over the halfway mark, so still anybody's fight, I would say. Sad part is the quality is better than Paramount. I mean, I did yell about that on the most recent episode. My first drink was hardcore OP rum from the bottle. I didn't drink rum again for 15 years. That'll do it. You're going to do an alcohol exchange? I like it. Ooh, that was a nice connection for Moreno. It would seem that Moreno has the better striking out of the two. He keeps finding the distance and landing at range. Rivas just threw a kick that didn't land, and a girl in the crowd went, "Ah!" She was nervous about that kick landing. Ooh, another good connection for Rivas. Ooh, up and over with the takedown for Rivas. I mean, this is a hard fight to call, man. Rivas ends up dumping Moreno on his head at the end of the round, but he did get dropped early in the fight. Early in the round, rather. Yeah, and there's that drop. Yeah, and then he gets staggered there. I think the problem with Rivas is he's not protecting his chin at all. His hands are super low. Like, what's the point? That's what I always wonder with fighters. Like, what is the point of if you're gonna have like a guard, quote unquote? What is the point of having it down here? Like, you're holding your hands up. It's like, I mean, I guess the point is so that you can still swing if you want to. But it's like, if you're gonna have your hands this low, then why not pick them up to here? I mean, like, closer to your face, you know? Guard hand, lead hand. It's like this dude has the guard up a little bit, but it's like it's down by his nipple, you know? Their gloves are weird. Yeah, their gloves are kind of puffy, aren't they? I didn't even think about that until you said it, but they do have kind of like a lot of padding in the gloves. Yeah, you can kind of see like the knuckle area is like super padded. It's the "I'm tired, I've been fighting for 10 minutes" guard. Also, he looks like a wrestler primarily, so it's probably just habitual for that stance. I guess so. Could be. Oh, there you go. There's a nice connection for Rivas. Damn. Yo. There's been two-way action in this fight. Got to give it that. Yeah, Rivas just dropped Moreno. Bro, I mean, keep going, dude. If you got it in you, empty the tank, my guy. He let off the gas. I don't know how much gas he has left in him. Moreno's eye is messed up. Yep, that is true. Yeah, I mean, Rivas taking the round early at least. Yeah, we'll see if he can finish this fight. If not, be interesting to see what the judges say. I think Rivas gets this fight. I retract my previous statement. All right, Sanjay. Well, I don't know if Victor is still here, but shout out to Ecuador. Yeah, this turned into a lot more than a hard spar as this fight progressed. Yeah, Rivas wearing on him now. I mean, I think it's going to come down to that first round, which was more of a spar, so it was kind of an even round. It's kind of a hard fight to call. I've been thinking about Evo versus Kutelaba a lot, and I genuinely believe that's the best match to be made right now. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. I think that Kutelaba has shown that he actually has a pretty diverse skill set that could be a good one to test someone like Evo. So I think it's a really good call, CTE. I've always liked Kutilaba. Actually, I've always thought that Kutilaba was better than what he what his track record shows. You know, he's just fucking crazy. That's the problem. You know, he's just a wild man. So he ends up in weird, crazy situations because crazy attracts crazy. Why is Rivas not setting in the hook? Because he's 32 and fighting in a sports bar. Oh, goddamn. CTE getting savage in the chat right now. Yeah, I certainly would not be looking to these fighters for expert technique necessarily. But yeah, we're going to have to see what the judges say about this one. Interesting fight. You know, I mean, it certainly comes down to that first round. Rivas took the third round pretty handily. Moreno took the second. So, I mean, Rivas jumps up on top of the cage. I mean, is it warranted? We will see. Would Evo knock out Navajo Sterling? Yeah, I think so. I definitely think so. I think that Evo is the difference with Evo, like specifically in that matchup, but just in general. This is why I always talk about being first and starting strong. Ivo Baranchevsky does both of those things. You see the results when you do that. All of these guys, you know, look, I know that every fight is different. I know that every opponent is different. There are going to be things that you have to consider fight over fight that are different depending on the fight that you are in. But in a general sense, you have more of an opportunity to take control of the fight and make it your own if you start strong and you know, go full in. Start strong and be first to the striking. This is basic stuff that works out really well for a lot of people when they just do it. Nike check. Cheers. Thanks for making me rebuy my Fight Pass, everyone. Much love. Sanjay, you're the man, bro. You're also a very pleasant drinker, it would seem. So appreciate that as well. Because if you've got 5 shots in you right now, you're holding it together very well. Really hard to say because we've never seen someone survive his overhand of doom. Yes, indeed. That is true. That's we have to find somebody who actually can. Yeah, absolutely. I completely second CTE's sentiment there. Sanjay rules. I'm very glad that you were here, Sanjay. Glad that Ryzen could bring you to us. All right, we have las tarjetas. That's the cards en español. You know how I know that? Because I know tarjeta de crédito. That's credit card. Split decision. Decisión dividido. All right. Hey, Rivas wins. Hey, shout out Ecuador. Well, there you go, Victor MMA. Christian Rivas is your winner. Ryzen 52. I will never forget the day. Exactly. You found Yama, and we got to see Patchy Mix get knocked out. It was a very good day for everyone. Who has the most granite chin outside of the top 15 at 205? We need that. We need to test it. Oh, good question. Shit. I'd have to look at the roster, honestly. You know who would probably know the answer to that? Chase Parton. Chase Parton would probably have an answer for you right there. I was so bored and wanted to watch fights and didn't want to play video games, so thank YouTube as you came up first. At least YouTube is doing right by us somehow. If it's not going to be pushing the video content, at least it's doing right by the live streams. You put Rick in the corner. Can anyone see him? You can come back, Rick. I think Rick has moved on to greener pastures right now. Might be Costa. That's not a bad call, but Costa's middleweight. If you're talking about Paulo Costa, anyway. It might actually be Cutelaba. He's only lost by TKO 3 times in his entire career, and 2 of those are big onk. There you go. Yeah, shit. Could be. Who's number 15 right now? Dude, it's fucking 205. I mean, you can shoot Evo up the ladder pretty quickly, man. Again, 205 is one of the lighter divisions right now, one of the shallower divisions, I would say. All right. We've got more Mexico MMA coming up, so I'm going to take a quick break, as you know me to do. I'm going to refresh the water, so might be a little minute, but I will be right back. You guys talk amongst yourself, and we will be watching more fights on the other side of this thing. Don't go away. Just like that, we are back. Water refreshed. Oh shit, you guys have been talking up a storm over here. Finger wanking to the ref. I mean, wouldn't be a bad choice, honestly. Please, Lord, give me Evo versus Johnny Walker. Let's fucking go, dude. You want to talk about a meme knockout in the making? That would be fucking hilarious. I love that fight. Maybe Ankh has a solid chin. I have yet to see him cracked. I mean, yeah, he's like, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if we're going that high up the ladder, then of course. But like I said, who's number 15? Oh, 15 is Zhang Min Yang. Zhang Min Yang might not be a bad fight for him. I actually like that fight. You know, dude who will actually bring the fight to him, at least in the first round. Gooning over the trans fighter. I expected to come back to that comment. I exclude Poetan as he's no longer a 205, and that Izzy KO was behind the ear at 85. True. Yeah, Johnny Walker, though, I think that's a great answer. That is a great answer. The inmates have been running the asylum. Let them run amok every once in a while. I love it. Oh God, yeah, dude, fucking Evo would crack the jaw of Nikita Krylov in 7 places. After the performance that we saw from Nikita Krylov in his last fight, one of the absolute worst performances on the other side of that fight that we have seen in quite some time, where Nikita Krylov is emoting after being knocked out twice in a row. This motherfucker gets knocked out 2 times in a row, comes back, wins a very dumb fight because his opponent was not doing anything, not trying in the slightest. You know, shout out to Modestus, not doing a fucking thing. There you go. There's a good answer. Modestus Bukauskas. Fucking get him knocked the fuck out by Evo. But yeah, no, I mean Nikita Krylov is in there fucking emoting like he's the shit. He had been knocked out twice, and then he cakewalks his way through a fight with Modestus. I think that it'd be very nice to see Nikita Krylov get taken down a peg after that performance. Dustin Jacoby I like, so I don't necessarily want to see him sacrificed. Does this dude have a fucking weed tattoo on his back? That is a very big commitment to weed. He's got a weed tattoo on his front, too. Please tell me that's a temporary tattoo. Even if it is a temporary tattoo, what the fuck's the point? Maybe the loser of Johnny Walker versus Dom Reyes in the future if it lines up. I like that. Dude, you can like if there's ever anybody who should be hot-shotted right now, Evo is certainly the guy. Whatever's going to get him into the top 15 is what I think should happen. Oh, my new girlfriend is back in the cage, reffing the fight yet again. That's a cool aerial shot. Yeah, it is that's actually a nice venue. All things considered. Pretty big outdoor venue. Impressive with that little drone shot they just did. I give this promotion some credit. Mexico MMA is trying. Especially if this is only the 7th event that they've done. I like this. There is something to be said for the enjoyment that is to be had at homegrown, outdoor fucking, backwoods, salt of the earth MMA. This is where the real people fight. I'll never forget when they kicked Johnny Walker out after his fight in his gear barefoot. Yeah, true. He fought, and he couldn't take a shower. They just said, get the fuck out of here. Man injured himself celebrating a win. Very true. Never to do the worm again. Also, there are a couple of baddies in the crowd at this event too, by the way. Okay, I figured it out. The Yama drinking game. You have to make Yama or YouTube not read or send your comment, and then you have to drink. James will need to keep up with the chats, though. All right, I mean, I keep up with the chat as best as I can, brother. But, Yeah, I guess there you go. If when I read a comment that I'm not going to be actually finishing, I'll just say drink instead. Yama shot glass would be fire. Yo, Tyler Betts. I like that. I like that. That I do like. I might have to do that one. I didn't even think to do that, actually. Should look on Fourth Wall and see if they have that available. Let's see. Let me go to Fourth Wall real quick. I just downloaded the app. Let's see. Products. Where's the search? Can I not just search for it right here? Oh, they're making it difficult on the app for some reason. There we go. Browse all products. Ah, here we go. Drinkware. Where are the shot glasses? Oh yeah, well, that's a pint glass. I did the rock glass, but they have a pint glass. Do they have a shot glass? Doesn't look like they have a shot glass. That's interesting to me. I don't know. I wonder why they don't. Maybe you can't encourage drinking for your younger viewers or some shit. But yeah. I'll look into that though. That's something I might be able to actually get sourced locally and would be willing to fulfill myself, because I think that there's actually a market for those. For a low budget production, I'm impressed in general. Yeah, it's fun. I like this promotion. Why not? I mean, I think that the quality of the fights are like okay, but yeah, I mean, again, I mean, look at this. We're looking at a guy who's got a marijuana leaf on both his front and back. There is Yama Rock Glass. That is true. I want that when I get my CDL and working again. Oh, dude, yeah, absolutely. Yamashow.com. We do have a Yama Rocks glass. If anyone hasn't gotten their merch order in, don't forget 20% off. Yes, I forgot to mention that at the end of the stream for UFC. But yes, the 20% discount code is in effect until tomorrow night, midnight, Sunday night, Monday morning. So you have until 12 o'clock, midnight, 12 a.m., Monday morning, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday for your use of your promo code. 20% off discount is in effect. Of course, you had to have been at the merch reveal to know that promo code. But if you don't, then go, if you weren't there, go watch the VOD. You will have to hunt around to find it. But yes, 20% promo code is still in effect and can be used until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night. You would love a Yama pint glass? I could probably make the pint glass happen. I'll get one for sure as long as the label don't peel off easily. I hate that. No, yeah, well, that's the whole thing, is that I was making very sure of all the quality of the merchandise. So I agree, Tyler. I would not be putting anything out that is not of quality. All right, Eliseus versus Padilla is underway. I think this might be the main event. You'll make sure to get him in before Sunday? Absolutely. Gonna get obliterated? I mean, that's the whole thing, Didgeridoo Dave. I don't think you need me to tell you to drink. It seems like you're doing a pretty good job of that on your own. What's the most dangerous animal you've come across just casually in Australia? That's a great question. I like that question. The tattoos are fake? Yeah, I that's what I said. I figured that they were temporary tattoos at best. They certainly look fake. They look like Sharpie. I hate to break it to you, chat, but Wing C has been TKO'd by ducking into another head kick. Yeah, Hydro, we were talking about that at the start of the stream before you got here. Yeah, the video is in the Discord if you haven't seen it. To say I'm surprised would be a bit of a fib. Maybe this will corral him into a Crazy Horse matchup. I love that. Also, a winnable fight for Crazy Horse Bennett, who won his last fight, if you recall. Charles Felony Bennett still winning fights at 50 years old. Fucking Lord. You saw Wing C going far? I don't understand why everybody thought that Wing C had a future. Like, I mean, he'll go far as a meme. He will continue to do what he has been doing. But to think that this guy was going to go far as an actual competitive mixed martial artist, I think was a kind of a fallacy that everybody was collectively buying into. I don't know why, but, you know, I guess everybody wants to believe what they want to believe sometimes. Is Crazy Horse out of prison? When did he recently go to jail? He just fought. I believe that he fought on the not the Misfits card. He fought on some card that we watched recently. Might have been one of the Misfits cards. He definitely fought on like Fight Circus not too long ago. Uh-oh. Yo, Eliseus looking for a knockout here. Padilla looking a little wobbly. Oh, there's the knockdown. Oh, this might be over. I mean, oh, dude. Come on, Eliseus. Eliseus letting himself get clinched up when he was going for ground and pound. Bro, get some space, my guy. Lay hands. There you go. Nice elbow. Right to the back of the head, but big booty referee don't care. She is staying as far away from the action as possible. Brown snake a few times. Had one go right between my legs once and fucked off. I scared it more than with my weed whacker. We call whopper snippet. A whippersnapper. Okay. Here, going for the guy with the dual weld weed tattoos. Yeah, he's dual wielding weed tattoos. He's getting his ass kicked right now. What is the point of the multiple marijuana leaf tattoos, by the way? Is he like repping for a dispensary or something? If he is, I can't see the logo. And there's something in the center of the tattoo, but you can't tell what it is. So if this is supposed to be advertising, it's certainly not effective. Is this the main event? I think it might be. Padilla is getting cracked. Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. Come on, man. Lady referee is going to have to get active at some point here. Eliseus is crushing this man's skull, and lady referee does not want to be anywhere near this action. Bro. Lady ref. Big booty lady ref. Thank you. Finally. Jesus Christ. I mean, for fuck's sake, dude. I mean, good Lord. You've got a backyard that don't quit, but you have to be active yourself. The backyard don't quit, but you also cannot quit. I'm not convinced this ref is properly trained. What gave you that impression, Sanjay? Brother, this reminds me of Inca FC when we watched that. The Inca FC will stand out in my mind always as possibly the least refed event I have ever seen. There were referees in every match, but they were not doing a single thing, and there were fouls being committed all over the place. Oh, this is the co-main according to Tapology? All right, fair enough. This was the poster I was able to find for this event, so, I mean, I thought it might have been the main event, but I did see that they had like a couple of different versions of the poster, so maybe this is just the one that I happened to find. Wait, what is that? Was that the round? Are you kidding me? This fight is still on? No. You got to be kidding me right now. I mean, I guess oh my God. I thought that this, I thought that round was, I thought that was the end of the fight. She was not stopping the fight. She was ending the round. Oh, Jesus, there's another drop. Lady, you have to stop this fight. Lady, stop the fight, lady. Bro, are you kidding me right now? Stop this fucking fight, lady. Fucking A. How the fuck this even went to the second round is beyond me. This is the main event, and we have a post-lim. Yeah, you know, it seems like more and more we are seeing cards with post-lims, which is very strange to me. I don't know why they do that. It seems very anticlimactic, because we see that in RWS all the time, where they have like a title fight and then more fights. Seems strange to me, but whatever. I'm not convinced our thinker knows how to read. Brother, there's a lot going on in the chat. That was the end of the round. Yes, I know. If I come to find that out. It certainly didn't need to be. It could have certainly been the end of the fight. The ref standards are on par with the UFC. I'm telling you, she should go over to Peru. She could referee in Inca. That's an Inca referee if I've ever seen one. Like Rocky IV. True. Those were some absolutely vicious elbows, and about 2/3 were entirely unnecessary. That's what I'm talking about, CTE. I mean, you're looking at this replay. She's on top of the action, watching it go down. Like, bro, fucking stop the fight. Again, that fight could have been stopped. Like, when the round ended, I was like, surely this fight is over. That's why she was stopping it. But no, it was just the end of the round. This round did not need to go into the second. This fight could have been ended after round one. She got to think her butt. That is true. She definitely does. She definitely has that. Yes, for sure, Sanjay. I am quite used to it with this merry bunch of rapscallions in the chat. You can see in the replay he actually went out and took maybe 7 or 8 more after he was out. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. I mean, this ref, you could tell the way that she was like standing off to the back that she did not want to. She does not want to be involved in this fight. Which, you know, a lot of times is like good. You don't want the referee overextending themselves into the fight, but like when it's appropriate, that's when you have to be. Yeah, this dude took massive unnecessary damage for sure. Like a light switch, off on, off on, off on, indeed. Well, he's okay. Don't worry, folks. He'll get the help he needs. Yeah. Worst wake up in history. Well, I mean, if you're going to wake up, at least you wake up with that big old round thing in your face from the referee. Dude knocked half of his fake tattoo off. Again, I saw it up close and I still don't even know what the point of the fake tattoo is. There's like an S in the middle of it. So maybe the S is like the logo of like a dispensary or something. But like, again, why? All right, Alexis Alizeus, your new champion at whatever weight that was. What is that, lightweight or featherweight? They look either featherweight or bantamweight to me. Also, that ring announcer is tiny, bro. That is a tiny little man. Heavy hitter club. Indeed. I do not think they have dispensaries in Mexico. True. Yeah, I don't know how that would work with the cartel situation they got down there. Could be a particular cartel he's repping for. I mean, maybe. That'd be pretty wild if he was just out there in the open repping for a cartel. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the purpose of the temporary marijuana tattoos are. But then again, I've been going no headphones for this one. Wearing the headphones for 7 hours on the UFC stream. I need to let my ears breathe. Winner last professionally weighed in at 125, but I find that hard to believe. Yeah, it definitely seems bigger than 125. Imagine watching some non-existent kickboxing stream. I guess, yeah. Yeah, this turned out to be pretty fun. I'm glad we did this. I'm glad that we ended up doing this one. Good call. Thank you, chat, for reminding me of the Mexico MMA card here. You know, Mexican MMA, or Mexico MMA 7. They're called pharmacies. Mexico is about half an hour from me, and as far as I know, you cannot have marijuana in Mexico. Or on you. Close to Thailand rules? I don't know about all that. But really, I don't know the answer, so, you know, I don't know. Let's find out. Is marijuana legal in Mexico?
Marijuana is decriminalized for recreational use in Mexico.
Ah.
And it's illegal for medicinal purposes. Adults can get a permit to possess up to 28 grams and grow up to 6 plants. But a fully regulated commercial market is still pending. For legal advice, consult a professional.
All right. Well, thank you. So, yeah, marijuana is decriminalized for recreational use and legal for medicinal purposes. So, I guess we have found out. The more you know. We got one more. I'd call it a successful day of fights. Same here, bro. Yeah, this turned out to be good. I'm really glad that we ended up doing MMA Mexico. Mexico MMA 7. MMA cartel. I'd be curious. Future Yama episode, perhaps. You know, I did do those episodes, those videos about Australia and the gang culture crossing over into MMA. Of course, RIP to Suman Mokhtarian. But yeah, I've never really thought about the intersection of the Mexican cartels and MMA. Hey, Lazy Boy. Wasn't Lazy Boy just at another event somewhere else? Wasn't he at an event somewhere overseas? So Lazy Boy, at Mexico MMA. Ronaldo. Even if a lot of the UFC fights were letdowns, the chat is always peak. Very true. That's why we've always got each other. Even when the fights aren't great, we are great. And we're only getting greater. That's why I always appreciate the support that you guys provide. I appreciate the constant entertainment that you give to me. Hopefully some of that translates back to you guys from me. And together we rise. Yeah. Ronaldo Rodriguez, a.k.a. Lazy Boy, a.k.a. the compulsive masturbator. Y'all know that story, right? Cuando hierve? What does that mean? Translate cuando hierve la sangre. When I inherited the blood. That's a hard-ass slogan right there. Cuando hierve la sangre. When I inherited the blood. I'm sure that there's probably a better translation for that, but a literal translation kind of goes hard. I mean, we're seeing credits right now. Do we have another fight coming up? Do we have a post-limb? What's this guy talking about? This is the dude that just fought. This is the dude that just won the belt. Oh, we do have one more. All right. Yair Perez versus Cesar Gutierrez coming up. Oh, it's a kickboxing post-limb. Okay. They doing big gloves? It's a kickboxing catchweight bout. He's the king of Monterrey. Look at the ears on this guy. He's a kickboxer, but you think he wrestles at all? Bro's got an entire salad's worth of cauliflower in those ears. Felix, ¿a qué hora inicia esa pelea? Un momentito, amigo. Oh, en todo las peleas es finito. Un más. Or uno más pelea de kickboxing. He can hear you. Estrellar primero es finito. My favorite part of the week, getting together with you guys for some laughs. Appreciate it, man. Much love, Didgeridoo Dave. It's also very fun when you have a couple of drinks in you. you get loose. I love all you guys getting loose. It's fun. I got to keep you guys in control, but that's why it's always like it's all love at the end of the day. I like that you guys are having fun with it. Satellites for ears. Bro's gonna fly away with those things. Go hang gliding. Yeah, big gloves, true. Yeah, yeah. Indeed. Got the big gloves on for the kickboxing. Do you think there's a world we see Charles versus Volk if Ilya moves up for Islam? Probably not, I want to say. Because who's moving for that fight? Charles can't move down. Like, there's no way that Charles could make any lower weight than he already is making, I would say. He's too big. Volk moving up, that could happen. I mean, I guess there is potential for that, considering that Volk is getting a little bit older and might not want to be cutting weight as much anymore. I don't know. My gut is telling me no, but I guess anything could happen, kind of thing. Every time I hear cauliflower, I think of aloo gobi. Bro, we do gobi Manchuria, gobi Manchurian. When we go to the Indian restaurant, we do gobi Manchurian as an appetizer. It is fucking fire. Who is the favorite in the last fight? That I don't know. Shout out to you, Pedro. I don't know the answer to that. Actually, CTE might know the answer. CTE, does it say the odds on Tapology for who's supposed to win this fight? I know I have 8 piercings, but I have never understood just getting lip rings that aren't vertical librets. They always look like shit. To be perfectly honest, I'm not a fan of piercings around the mouth. To be perfectly honest, I've seen, like, there's a girl that I was into recently, and she had like little studs, like 2 studs here and then a stud in the middle. So she had like 3 studs going on down at the bottom, and I was like, I don't know, I didn't like it. Not counting title fights, what is a fight that you really want to see? For me, it's Peyton Talbot versus Mario Bautista. I like that fight. I mean, honestly, I want to see Esteban Ribovic's fight again. So I don't know who he's fighting, or if he's been calling for, I think, Renato Moicano. But of course, Moicano is fighting Chris Duncan. There you go. That's a fight I want to see. It's booked, thankfully. But yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily like care too much about the actual fights exactly. I more care about individual fighters and then hope that they get good matchups. So like Esteban Ribovics is one I want to see again. Chris Duncan is one I want to see again. Mateusz Rambecki. I'd like to see Martinetti from the Contender Series make his debut. Same with Vologdin. Actually, didn't Vologdin already fight in the UFC? I don't remember. Zayam versus Chandler. That's a great fight. But yeah, we'll have to wait till after the White House for that. No odds on Tapology? Sorry, Pedro. Oh, wait, what? The stream has ended? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me right now? They just ended the stream right before the kickboxing match? We just got cock teased with the kickboxing match. Bro, that is fucking garbage. Are you kidding me right now? Is it on the Mexican broadcast? Yeah, no, the Spanish broadcast is over too. Bro, that is fucking ass. That is fucking ass. "5'8", 72-inch reach is rather long for kickboxing. I mean, it would have been nice to be able to see what it was going to be all about. I can't believe that they just did that. Bro, we were having such a nice time. I was looking forward to one more match. Oh, that's Fight Pass for you, people. Is she the chick with all the shit in her face? No, bro, that's my wife. There you go. Yeah, I know. I was looking forward to seeing some kickboxing too. Let's move over to the kickboxing. Kickboxing is on pay-per-view, brother. We can't watch it. Nico Bellic, what up, brother? International Fight Week, Volk versus Lopez trilogy, absolute banger. All right, fight fans, it's the fight that everybody's super excited about. You thought it was going to be for the White House, but it's actually for International Fight Week. Yeah, it does look like we are not going to be able to see the kickboxing match. So that seems to be about it. All right. I mean, I guess that is it. What can I say? We were baited and switched yet again. I can't believe that we got baited and switched on twice in the same stream by two different organizations. Fucking ass, my friends. I guess I will at least check. Hold on a second. Let's take a quick look over at Knockout Rebels just to make doubly, triply sure that it's not on. Oh, it is on. Oh no, but City Life Project is watching. He must be watching the. Yeah, City Life Project must be watching the. He must have the. Oh wait, hold on. Combat Casual is also watching it. Oh, that's Combat Casual is on with City Life Project. But yeah, it looks like Knockout is not live. So yeah, they must be watching it on Unext. Lopez gonna retire Volk in the trilogy? It's got to happen, brother. How many times can one man be beat by another man? You know how they always say, 1 out of every 100 times he wins? That has to be the 100th time, But yeah, shout out to City Life Project. I guess City Life has the feed coming in from Unext. Lo estás transmitiendo? I believe that is asking about showing the fights. No, las peleas es finito. Un más kickboxing, pero no live stream. UFC Fight Pass, no live stream. Lo siento, amigo. It's the next stream on Fight Pass. What else is on Fight Pass? Are you talking about on the? Oh, on that's Yeah, the next one on Fight Pass is on. It's 7 p.m. this on tomorrow night or today night, whatever. Yeah, the one next on Fight Pass doesn't start for 18 hours, brother. So, yep, I think that we're gonna have to call this one a close for tonight. Fight Pass Live is Silva versus someone. Oh, on the live. UFC 6 Clash of the Titans. Oh, this is classic. Yeah, this is UFC 6 that they're showing on the live right now. Yamacat sighting. Say hello to everybody. Hello. This is cool to watch UFC 6 though. Fight Pass Live is done. Just the 24-hour stream now. Yep. Indeed. So, we've been on for a very long time today, so I think I am going to call it quits for this evening. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for Mexico MMA 7. Unfortunate that we could not do Knockout Rebels, but that's their choice to be streaming on a pay-per-view service, I guess. Successful day of Yama. We do an RWS tomorrow. Indeed, we are. I don't know exactly the start time just yet, but I would probably suspect maybe 9 or 9:30. So, yeah, tomorrow night we will do RWS. I have my normal dinner engagement, but after I get done with dinner, we will do RWS. So yeah, definitely come back around for RWS tomorrow. And of course, as I've said, make sure that you are liking and commenting on and hyping the new Yama episode. It is out now. If you have not seen it, give it a watch. Hoping to get that one to over 100 views, for fuck's sake. And of course, if you have not ordered your merchandise, the 20% off promo code is active until tomorrow night, or tonight that is now, at 11:59 p.m. Sunday night, going into midnight Monday morning. So get your orders in, get your 20% off. After that, it will be full price. But either way, you are supporting the channel and supporting me by ordering that merchandise, and you know I appreciate that support. I will be there. Have a great day. Yes, indeed. I will see everybody tomorrow. Be hanging out in the Discord, watching sumo and playing Diablo. There you go. Absolutely. There's always some chat going on in the Discord. We will, of course, be hanging out in there. Have a great rest of your night, a great rest of your weekend. See you tomorrow for RWS. And as always, fight on, people.
Game.